Right. The timeline of the universe. 13.8 billion years. Someone summarize it for me, please. Anyone? In the class?
It started with a big bang, sir. My mom makes a similar noise when she sees my grades.
Thank you, Ace, genuinely. But
Sorry, Wes. There was a situation.
Nelissa, you are 14 minutes late.
13 and a half.
Oh, I beg your pardon? Would you like to explain the difference?
But that would take another 14 minutes.
Fine. Explain the timeline of the universe. Start to finish, given that you clearly have so much time to spare.
That's fine, sir. I was actually there.
Excuse me? What exactly do you mean by you being there?
Well, I made a time machine and it malfunctioned and sent me back before the Big Bang. Before anything.
Before anything?
Yup. No space, time, matter, not even darkness. And darkness implies space.
What did it feel like?
Well, it was cold, then not.
Nelissa, please.
Exactly. About 13.8 billion years ago, the Big Bang happened. The universe existed as an incredibly hot, dense singularity. Not inside space, it was space. And it contained everything that would ever exist. Then, it expanded. As the universe cooled, quarks formed protons and neutrons. And about 3 minutes later after the Big Bang, the process of nucleosynthesis formed the first atomic nuclei. Then around 300,080 years later, electrons joined those nuclei. Then the first atoms formed, mostly hydrogen, some helium, and a little lithium. Everything else came after that. We know this because scientists can still detect the leftover heat from the Big Bang. It's called the cosmic microwave background. Think of it as the oldest photograph ever taken.
If the first atoms had already formed, why wasn't the universe full of stars?
Your turn.
Me?
Yeah, you read ahead.
Okay. Apparently, after the first atoms formed, nothing happened. Well, not nothing. There was hydrogen and helium, but there were no stars and galaxies. There's a dark universe filled with giant clouds of gas.
So the universe had a loading screen?
Exactly. Except the loading screen lasted around 100 to 200 million years. Astronomers call it the cosmic dark ages.
What finally changed it?
Gravity. It pulled hydrogen and helium together until the temperature became high enough for nuclear fusion to begin. And just like that, the first stars and galaxies were born. Since they burnt their fuel so quickly, they only lived for a few million years. Then, boom! Supernova. When those stars exploded, they scattered heavier elements we know today across the universe.
The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, and every element heavier than hydrogen was forged inside the stars.
So, we're basically stardust.
That's the scientific answer. Your turn.
Alright, 4.6 billion years ago, a massive cloud of gas and dust called a solar nebula collapsed and led to the formation of the sun. Gravity squeezed it until it became so hot, a nuclear fusion started. After the sun was formed, there was still a lot of dust and rock left over. Those particles stuck together into planetesimals, which eventually became the planets of the solar system.
So Earth wasn't always Earth?
Not even close. 4.5 billion years ago, Earth was basically a ball of molten rock. Eventually, Earth cooled and solid crust formed. Volcano released gases that created the first atmosphere, and as temperature dropped, water vapor condensed into rain that created the first oceans. Around 3.5 billion years ago, the first simple life appeared. Tiny single-celled cold organism, basically bacteria, making it more possible for complex life to evolve.
From one tiny planet came everything we've ever known. But the story doesn't stop there.
Finally, dinosaurs. The age of dinosaurs. About 230 million years ago, dinosaurs have ruled the Earth. Meanwhile, small mammals quietly survive in the background. And 66 million years ago, a huge asteroid struck Earth that changed the planet's climate. Since the extinction of dinosaurs, mammals had the chance to grow, adapt, and diversify. Eventually, primates evolved. Then around 300,000 years ago, Homo sapiens emerged, the species sitting in this classroom today. But it isn't over. The universe is still expanding, galaxies continue moving farther away from one another.
Do we know how it ends?
Not yet. But right now,
One last question. Did you really build a time machine?
no.
Wait, what?
I didn't have to. Science already traveled through time for us. Every fossil, star, atom, every piece of evidence tells part of the story. We just had to learn how to read it.
We are part of the story.